Ben was our locations manager for Erzulie, and he retired promptly afterwards. As soon as he could, he retired. Yes. And today he will be providing background music with his drumsticks.
Just one note that I can do. I won't do it during the podcast.
Yeah, don't do it during the podcast.
Yeah, it's already terrible enough with Christine's audio.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. We've had worse. We actually had worse.
Yes, believe it or not. At
Okay.
one point, our audio was terrible. Okay.
Reelisms live, everybody. Bunch of guests.
Oh, hi, Kelly. I gotta live with Kelly in a few days. I sprung it on her in the last minute. I'm glad she doesn't hate me. I was like, Kelly, I forgot that we're going to Bastrop on Monday and Tuesday, and I refuse to drive like an hour in an hour or so. Oh, hello from Russia. Hello from Russia.
What's up, Russia?
What's up, Russia? Yeah, so I was Kelly lives in Elgin, and Bastrop is closer to Elgin, so I was like, can I swing by and just sleep there on Sunday and Monday?
You practically live there anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I know that'd be 30 more minutes of sleep I could get, because our call time is 5 a.m. 5 a.m. on Monday and Tuesday.
So you're off. Wait, by the way, do you have a heart out?
Not technically. Yeah.
What do you mean? What does that mean? Hi, Kelly.
But like Carly and Russia's not good. Carly and Nikki are and Calvin are on their way. So once they get in, they'll come pop in and say hi, and then we'll peace off. Yeah. So
when everybody comes, that's when you're gonna leave.
No, we have like an hour. Like I'm gonna do a good. They know I have to do this. So.
Oh, okay. So we're only gonna have Ben then.
Ben, and whenever Carly and Nikki show up, they're gonna.
I thought you just said you're gonna end the podcast when Carly and Nikki just show up.
No, I meant like I can't stay on it forever. I don't know. Like, what do you mean by hard out? Like we can't do a 2-hour podcast.
Okay, that's my question. I'm like, I'm ready to go till the wheels come off, lady. Like, I'm ready to go for a 6-hour podcast. Let's fucking do this.
6-hour podcast.
Fuck it. Let's go. Let's beat Joe Rogan. Let's just fucking go 7 hours. Who gives a shit?
No, we're here.
If y'all are down, let's go.
Ben is making me show Erzulie, so I said okay. He hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, we got a chance to watch it yet. So.
Yeah, so that's why.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, we can go. Like 90 minutes is going to be our maximum. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Fine. Don't twist my arm. I do have to pump the heater a little bit because it's getting a little chilly. Yeah, my house. Because I keep my house at a constant ice chest at 68 degrees, but right now it's like at 65, and I'm like, ooh, it's a little tingly.
65 is cold.
Okay, it is that. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's gonna take a minute. You know what? I'll be right back.
Okay. Who is online? Russia's online. Kelly's online.
I looked at that page. It's like some sort of weird fitness thing.
Oh, interesting.
You're the only one of the people that I follow that also follows it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, Russia's not good, I guess.
Russia's not good. Let me share this thing real quick.
Sucks to be Russia.
Okay. Hooray!
All right.
All right. Do you see it?
Yes, I do see it.
Oh, thank God. Oh man, I look crazy as shit. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way it is. It's after 4:20, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
So the wheels are coming off. Okay. Yeah, I see that we're live now. Yay. Okay, great. And Instagram, hello. We're ready to do this, Christine?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of the Get Reelisms podcast. It's been far too long. I am Adam Chase Rennie.
And I am Christine Chen.
Woo!
And we
Let's
have a guest.
fucking go. And we have a guest.
What's her name? Guess.
I am Ben Beckelman.
Former retired locations manager.
Ben Beckelman, the now retired locations manager. Ben,
Retired at his peak when he
What-
worked on Erzulie.
what gave you the idea that you can just retire from locations?
I mean, it's not really an idea as much as just like, you know, a hope that I really don't need to go back.
Yeah.
Most of the people I've met in locations are either they're like in it intermediately or like they want to work something else, but they haven't found any opportunities, so they just had to do locations. Like that's kind of where our current locations coordinator Jordan. That's exactly where he is at the moment.
I see.
Aw. Aw.
You were great at it, Ben.
Tell us why locations is so difficult.
Well, it's the very first thing is that it's just very time consuming. You know, you gotta be first in and last out, and you know, if you're the good crew, they stagger, and then you only have to be one of those things. But either way, it's you either gotta wake up real early and bring everyone in, or you gotta stay really late. To like I was on the HBO thing. I was coming in. I came in like 2 hours after call, but I was staying like 4 hours after wrap, 4 to 5 hours. So it was like even coming in late,
Yeah.
I was still having like 14 to 16-hour days, and that's just not fun at all.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of the responsibilities of the job are just not. You know, it's like your combination janitor, maintenance guy, and
Yeah.
you're expected to just have any problem that arises. You're expected to have the solution like ready to go, and it's like most of the time we didn't even know that it was something we needed to anticipate because you know it's a communication problem or something.
Yeah,
So
you're not
question.
focusing on one fire. You're putting out
those
multiple, you know.
Who don't
yeah.
know what location managers do? What is the definition of a location manager, Ben?
Oh, don't put him on the spot like that. I mean, yeah, come on, give him a break. He's
What-
retired.
just examples of what you guys are responsible for doing.
Well, locations manager, it's a lot. It's sort of like you're managing first the scouts. You got to collect all these possibilities for potential locations that are like they sort of fit the desires of the production team. Oh, they're here.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
Lemon.
I'll go.
All right, the gang is about to show up, so yeah.
Well, we're gonna continue on that in
Yes,
just a second
okay.
before the sister wives come in. But
Yes.
Christine, how have you been?
Good. I've been on a long set. It was
Yeah.
been great, honestly. The set has been fun. We wrapped our second location, so we're on we just finished week 3. Next week we're starting week 4, but it's not like a full week 4. We're only working Monday, Tuesdays before it's apparently almost Thanksgiving, which is really nuts to me.
It's a week, dude. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's weird. So that's what
It's
we're
almost the end of the
starting.
year. Ugh.
Yeah. So we're starting that Monday, Tuesday, and unfortunately everything's daylight contingent. So that's why our call time is 5 a.m. the general call is 6 a.m., but production and the AD team have to come in an hour early because this is a new location, which means a new load in, and there's been a lot of balls dropped in terms of logistics for locations. So unfortunately, Ben is very not happy right now about it because of his past experience with locations, he keeps getting roped in to do locations, even though he doesn't want to do it. But he's like the only person with experience type of thing. So they're all like, Ben can do it. And you're like, no. Like I got out of locations to do different, like do a different role. But he's still getting roped into it. So, but yeah, yesterday we finished strong. We had a 9 a.m. call time, which was excellent. And then we wrapped early, but it wasn't early because we had to wrap out of the location. So we stopped shooting around 8 p.m. I think it was 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. It wasn't bad, but it was 7 p.m. 7:30 p.m. and then but I didn't get out. We didn't get out until like 9 p.m. and stuff like that because wrapping out and all that jazz. But hey, okay. So hey guys, come over here. We've got there's a few people. There's a few people from the Erzulie team that are here to watch the Erzulie film. So as you know, this was Benn, location's former manager. Calvin wasn't part of Erzulie, but Erzulie in spirit.
I'm out. I gotta go.
Okay.
This is gonna be wild.
Everybody's
Oh
gonna
my
say
God.
hi. So wait, just come in. You gotta come sit.
Hello.
Okay, go sit. This is
Hello.
all right. Hi. This is
Hi.
He was one of our costumers.
This is Murphy. She's a puppy.
That's not yet puppy. There's Nikki. Hi.
Nikki.
Nikki, you gotta say
I'm gonna block you.
Nikki was the key PA, honestly, and then let's come in. And then Carly was the
Carly, friend of the
We did a lot of
podcast.
stuff,
What's up,
actually.
Carly? What's good?
Hey, Adam.
She was co-production manager plus the second AD. Yeah,
I was just
Mm.
you call me co-production
well,
manager?
well, Peyton was
My official title was
production manager. I don't know. Peyton put it as co-production. So we
Sweet,
can
yeah.
talk about that.
I got a raise.
Yeah.
Fuck
So,
yeah, Carly.
Yeah. So that's about it. Yes. So we're all
You
here.
got the gang there. Holy shit. Everybody's
Yeah.
there.
Everybody's here. And we're all working on the same film.
Again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Everybody. Everybody. This is not.
No,
This
it's
is-
not
This
everybody.
is 1/10 of the 1/8 of the film set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not including me, but sure. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You count. Yeah.
I wish you guys were on my shoot. I mean, it was terrible. I knew absolutely no one whatsoever.
What was wrong with your shoot?
Oh, Christine, where do I begin? I mean, well, okay, here's the thing. Last week we talked about how like I wasn't like it's nice that I don't have the amount of responsibilities that production have, right? Because I'm only doing art assistant on this gig. So I'm very fortunate enough that I didn't have much going on. However, like I said last episode, there were so many changes every single day of the shoot. So we have like props that really didn't exist until like the morning of the director decided to change it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then so yeah, other than that, like us scrambling for everything, it was actually not too bad. The only thing that really bothered me though was like we're in the wake of all we're in the wake of like all this like safety shit with Alec Baldwin and with all this shit going on. That absolutely went out the window with this shoot too.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? And it was sort of like it sucked because like it was one of those shoots that like how I got the recommendation were people who work in like high budget shoots. right?
Uh-huh.
And then these people who hired me, who said they work in these said high budget shoots, they treat it like as if this is a fucking college film.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Like I never seen like a
Yeah.
production go this a little wild before. But I mean, you know, after a while, you realize that it's out of your control, and like how easy it is to sneak away from a set to smoke weed, to come back and do your job like normal, like nothing else ever happened and shit like that. It was a pretty cool time, but you know, I was like, man, I didn't need to be here like 80% of the time. I felt like a tool, but you know, and I was a tool with a toolkit. So yeah, that was basically
So
it.
the noise was just that the random changes on the fly.
That amongst other things. So like all those changes and the fact that like you didn't need me there like at least 50% of the time, because like the set dresser and the production designer and the art director, and there were two art assistants, but one quit literally like 2 days in. So then I had to like take over like his like responsibilities and stuff like that. But they like after I was all said and done, I could just go home. And the funniest part about it was just 5 miles away from home. So like
Yeah.
I easily got a Uber a couple of days, and it's like a $10 ride from set back home. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna do that. And the art director, even sometimes a production designer, but the art director often is like, just go home. Like you know, we don't need you for the rest of the day.
Is the set back, like, was it annoying because one, the changes, but also you didn't feel like you were useful because there were too many people who were doing stuff? I guess I'm trying to.
I feel like we're
that sounds
dissecting
great.
this way
I don't
too
want-
much. I mean,
I would like.
huh?
I guess it's to each their own, because I sometimes I'm like, it would be nice if I didn't have, if things are going wrong, I could just be like, it's not my problem. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, it's mild bullshit that we dissected too much into it already. Carly and Nikki are just tuned out of the conversation. So let's move on to something else.
The call sheet for
No. I'm not trying. You're doing your job, Carly. God bless you. But I'm just saying, like, Christine is beating this topic with a dead horse, and I want to move on from it.
Okay, let's move on from it.
She's like, so tell me all about
Yeah, she was like, so what do you mean it's annoying?
Yeah.
So it's annoying in what way? Well, how is it annoying? I'm like, it's just a thing.
I just want to know.
It's just annoying. I don't know.
We still have to send
I'm being a petty little bitch about it, Christine.
No, when you're working, I'm working, because he asked me all the questions. Yes, but it's all good. That's how it's supposed to be.
You have to give me the answers up front, and then
I do, but I don't know the answers half the
then
time.
you gotta find them out, and then I can stop.
Oh man, Carly, please roast Christine. Please rip into Christine.
I've had to hassle her every lunch to look at my prelims.
Yeah, it sucks, because it's hard. Okay, so from a directing standpoint, I get it. You're in the moment and you want to just worry. It's already plenty to just worry about the things that are happening within that moment. Like,
Right.
But then to have to pull yourself out of that moment to answer very important questions that will affect the trajectory of the rest of your shoot on the spot is very stressful. And so
because it has to be solved in a timely fashion as well.
Right. And so I get the frustrations of everyone in that moment, right? But it has to be done, and like, I don't want to deal with it sometimes. I'm like, I can barely keep the day running. I just want to survive today. And then meanwhile, I'm getting the line producer asking me about squeezing in a random scene that we never planned to do on the location right then and there, which it requires like other people that are not booked for that day, and then getting asked also simultaneously what we're shooting in the next 3 days, and what in a location I've never seen before, or seen the the shot list of any sort, while shit still being are still very much real and happening on set, you know, and the camera's
yeah.
not working properly or something, and we're not getting the shots or whatever it is, and so
One
on
thing
top
after
of that,
another.
and then trying to pull out answers from people is very, very frustrating all the way. But that's just kind of the nature of the job, really.
Yeah.
Is that so?
You can't really avoid it. Like
Yeah.
no matter what you
Any
do.
production, you can't avoid it. Yeah.
It's not possible to avoid, because the thing is that, like, all sets are going to have change. No matter how well you plan it, something will happen that forces you to change something.
Hey, Christine, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Are you playing with something? Like, I don't know what you're doing off frame, like below frame.
This.
Okay,
Is it
that
making
is
noise?
like interfering with the audio.
Okay.
I
Okay,
don't
I'm
know
stopping
why.
it.
No,
I was
it's
trying-
fine. It was just like crackles and pops all
Okay,
the entire
No,
time.
it was. I was trying to it was kind of all tangled up, so I untangled.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's fine now. It's perfect.
Cool.
I'll give you a rubber band to play with. You need to fidget with things.
I'm like, what I have.
Yeah, no, I didn't need a fidget. It was just
Carly got some in her goodies.
You can unwrap
detangle
my
a
surveillance.
God, see, that's what you need in a good wife. You know, this marriage works, ladies and gentlemen. No, but you were saying like, you know, things just stacking on top of one another, like especially in your guys' line of work. It's pretty normal, like in production, but it still doesn't justify that it's hair pulling. It's like you just want to like scream sometimes, like with how much shit
it's
just
how it
stacks up.
goes. It's just part of it. There's really no avoiding it. No matter how well planned your production
And
is,
part of it
how
too,
many pre-production meetings you've
Yeah.
had, something is going to happen that's going to throw your well-oiled plans into disarray, and it happens 100% of the time, every time. Like with Erzulie, it's like I planned so much for it. I planned like 3 months in advance, but who knew that the river would flood, you know, stuff like that, or who knew that our location people were so difficult and shady to deal with, or who knew that blank and blank and blank, you know, like insert problems. So it's like, who knew that randomly 2 meth heads would show up on set? Like, who knew? Like, never in a million years.
I invited them, so I knew, but
right, they're buddies.
I just like I thought it wasn't chaotic enough. So
Yeah. They said they're
Like,
just gonna be a
guys from the gas station, let's bring them in.
yeah, they're just like gonna be a fly on the wall. They said, you know.
Yeah, you won't even notice them swinging Milwaukee's around.
So like, there's just things that you just never anticipate, and you can bulletproof, idiot-proof everything to a certain degree, but it's still going to be something will tear apart every single well-laid plan that you have, and that you have to be able to think on your feet. So, yeah.
Well, right,
Yeah,
especially when those problems arise. Yeah, go ahead,
I
Carly.
don't
Sorry.
like to annoy Christine with questions constantly. But
Come
I'm
on.
like, I've been staring at this for 6 hours. Somebody help me. It's too much. And then I'm like, please, can we meet? Can we please stop?
I'm like,
And
please,
she's
can
like,
I eat
I'm
my food?
eating. And I'm like, I know, but then you're gonna be on set when you don't want me to annoy you. So
Yeah, she's got 22 cast members coming in on Monday,
Yeah.
so she's freaking out.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm not
my God.
freaking out. I'm just like,
No.
it's a lot to.
Yeah, it's a
deal
lot
with.
of
Yeah,
logistics.
No,
it
I
was
would
fine.
if I'm in your seat right now,
very
I would be
specific.
freaking out. But you handle stress, especially in production, better than a lot of people can, Carly. So hats off to you.
Thank you.
Props. MVP.
I try. You can't let things bother you, or else you'd feel crazy all
Yeah,
the time.
all the time.
No, but I mean, there's plenty of people in production who just sort of lose their shit sometimes in a justifiable way, but most of the time not really, because you are ultimately running a business, but at the same time you're a human being. Like, you know, when shit just is coming at you at all directions, you have no choice but to, you know, sort of just lay the hammer down and put a kibosh, you know. Yeah, sink or swim, fight or flight. Oh, also, I can only assume that like production, like trying to get answers from other departments, production
equally
depending on other departments for answers
Yeah.
is.
I mean, that's the trickle down effect, is that you need a lot of these. Any change is a trickle down effect, and newer producers or crew or whatever don't really fully understand the effect of that trickle down effect. They think, oh, I'm changing this one thing just a tad, or like, oh, we're switching, we don't have that location or whatever, or it's 2 days from now, but they don't realize that that one scene impacts 50 people, and all 50 people all have different needs and timelines and stuff for their things. So like just a simple thing like, hey, there needs to be a poster in the scene with this particular specific actor. Cool, that seems like something, oh, okay, cool, we'll just take a picture when he arrives and we go print it. No, it's like even more complicated than that, because we have to arrange like when will the actor arrive, right? And then what's the printing time? It's not like a picture you can go print at Walgreens. It's a full-on giant size poster that needs to fit within a certain budget range, right? So then it's like, okay, so to fit within the budget range, I've got to go order it from this particular company, which is going to have a turnaround time of at least 2 to 3 weeks. So then I have to build that time into this ask. And if I don't plan for it 2 to 3 weeks and before, it's just a whole thing. So it's just little things like that where it doesn't seem like it's a big deal is a big deal. Little props.
Especially if it applies to other departments, which ideally does. So to get that information out there and also depend that same information vice versa, if it's the other way around, that's also equally as frustrating. So especially because people, I don't know, there's some people who can't receive information well enough than other people. Does that mean to say
different. We all process information differently? That's the thing. And I think that's the hardest part about our job is like, how do we communicate this new information or information period to the majority of the people in the most efficient and most understanding way? So it's not uncommon where like Carly's like, read this email, like, does this make sense? And I'm like, well, a simple thing like, let's move this piece of very important information first and bold it and like put it in all caps and then highlight it. Makes a huge difference, because I have to think about like, what would a tired grip who's worked 15 hours do if they open this email? Probably not read through the whole thing. Probably read only the first sentence, if they even make it past the first sentence.
Christine doesn't even read my whole emails. So
Yeah.
There's no hope for the rest of them. I had somebody straight up just be like, well, I don't read the call sheet. And I was like, well, fuck it.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. Thanks for insulting what I do the entire day, every day. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just as I don't know, Carly, just as like maybe a little joke, knowing other departments or certain departments absolutely just don't fucking read your email. Just send them like, I don't know, some sort of screenshot or a pic of you just with the bird just right in front of camera. And you're like, today's call sheet, the date.
An auto reply. Anything that is like call sheet related, that's the auto reply.
Yeah, I'll probably get hired a lot if I do that. They're gonna be like, that girl was memorable, but like, no, me and the production coordinator on this were talking about, he was like, I should just put like at the end of the email, hey, if you see this, Adam will give you $50. I was like,
listen.
Tempted, yeah.
I'm
so detail
and I would
oriented that I like read over everything, and Christine's not as much. So.
No, not at all.
Like she's like good at like getting things out quickly, and then I'm like refining it. So she'll like type something and she's like fix it and make it look pretty. And I'm like,
and
great.
here's the thing though, like Christine has a stream of consciousness that is way too fast for her fingers to type. So 95% of the time it's cryptic.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's really. I don't know. It was.
I'm not saying your grammar is bad. I'm not saying any of that is bad. You're doing absolutely fine. It's just how the information's being given is like I have to like in my head switch some words around and then I sort of get the idea. Like there's been a few times where I had to go to Kelly, especially if I work with her in the art department, especially in Erzulie. I'm just like, so what does Christine want? what did she need?
I process.
She was like, you didn't hear anything. I'm like, I did. Shut up.
I just write everything that I'm like, okay, these are all the things, steps that need to happen and immediately, and then like, then I expect it just to be done immediately sometimes.
Yeah, especially like in a real timely fashion. And when I say timely fashion, Christine's timely fashion is like less than 5 minutes.
She's like, it's been 30 seconds. Why isn't that done? Like she'll ask me a question and then I like am trying to just find my little mic. And she's like, Carly, do you need new battery? Is something wrong? Like, are you hearing me? And I like can't even answer because she's just like asking me the same question over and over again. Like, if you stop talking for a second, I will answer you. I'm right here. She just like says over walkie, she's like, Carly. I'm like,
yeah.
Yes. What would you like?
There was a few times on Erzulie where I can clearly like hear Christine trying to, I don't know, maybe not call for you or maybe Nikki. I can't remember, but I remembered like either one of you were preoccupied literally with the conversation. And Christine's like, Carly, Nikki, somebody, does anybody hear me? Does anybody need a new battery? Like, can anybody hear me on the walkie? It's like, they're talking to somebody right now. And then this is what Christine does. Oh, okay. And then 30 seconds later is like, Nikki, Carly.
I started just arming myself with information. I'm like, my timer says this long. Yeah. And she's like, damn it, you got me. Okay.
5 seconds. Christine, can I ask you, like, is 5 seconds like 60 seconds in your time?
5 seconds is like a minute to me.
You're like the opposite of dog years.
Yeah. Things go, I swear, time for me, like, I don't know. I just, probably because the speed at which I like to process and do things is probably faster than a lot of people. So for me, 5 seconds is like a minute.
Yeah.
Hey, Christine, I know you're busy right now, but do you want to check my call?
Yes. Christine does.
I'm totally kidding. People said it's approved, so
okay. I think it's fine.
I just put in makeup times. That's literally all.
It should be fine. So cool.
Hey, Christine, remember Fugitive Dreams? I don't know if you remember this or not, but this made me laugh the absolute hardest, and it made me think about it this morning when I was in the shower, and it made me laugh so hard. Remember, I can't remember which department, but there's one department that came up to you when we were on Fugitive, and you were first AD on second AD on that side.
I was second AD. Yeah,
you were second AD, and I remembered somebody came up to you, and I don't remember which department. I wish I remembered, but they were literally like asking you like this long, really long question. It was like 2 minutes, like 3 minutes long, and you were just standing there, literally just.
I can't stand long ass questions.
And then afterwards, you were like, "The director's right behind me. You just want to talk to him." And I had to walk away because she literally like spent almost 4 minutes just trying to explain this, and Christine could have just stopped her dead in their tracks, but no, she just let it keep going. It was just the funniest. You just see Christine's face.
I can see it.
Oh yeah, that's also on this set
I've seen
too.
it when she asks.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm like, oh, I'm annoying you. I'm so sorry. But it's like instantly just that kind of like.
It's just the funniest shit ever. I love it. Because your patience, you clearly have your face of, I have no patience for this. But the funniest part is that there are just some people in this world, and God bless them. I'm telling you, God bless those people, but they cannot read anybody's face for the life of them, including Christine's. So the fact that Christine is literally just the entire time, there's a good cue that maybe I'm not going to ask her a question. And I'm just going to try to figure this out on my own.
You're good. You're good about that. Apparently, you'll see our faces and go the other way.
Oh yeah, I make a U-turn. I'll see you, and I'm like, hey, and I just walk right around. Because I know when it gets to that level, you're just trying to minimize as much noise as you possibly can to just get through the task that you're trying to get through. It's not really about getting through the day.
It's triaging. You just gotta triage. There's so many problems that happen during the day for a set that you just have to learn to be like. It's constant triage too. It doesn't just stop. It's like right at this moment, I have like 50 problems, and like your problem is number 10 right now. And then like your problem could be number 30 within like a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just constant triaging. That's like the only.
That's a good way of think of that or saying that. Yeah. Because it's so frustrating to filter out all these fucking questions. Yeah. And there are already like 50 other fucking things that you need to worry about as it is. There are other departments too, by the way, that also have like an assortment of responsibilities. So it's not to belittle any other department other than production, but I am saying though that I don't want to offend anybody, but the 95% of people who want to ask a question to production can easily answer that question themselves.
Yes, that's the problem. That's why it's so annoying.
Yeah, but they're like still like, can y'all do it though?
Right. Yeah.
But we're doing everything
else.
Yeah, because all other departments also fall under us.
Right.
So,
exactly. Yeah. Because we report to you.
Yeah.
And then we're reporting to other people too.
Yeah, apparently.
That are also complaining about things that we need to be fixing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah, and we're like, okay.
Right. It's not just about time cards. It's like, how do I do my overall job?
Right.
Yeah. Good times, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bring us down, but
somehow. Always. But that's okay. That's the nature of the job.
We know what we
know what we exactly.
I couldn't not do that.
Yeah.
Right.
On Erzulie, what was the hardest thing on set? Being dual roles.
Producing and directing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, but for you, what was?
Yeah.
What
yeah.
was it? Yeah. I don't know. I'm used to kind of that production coordinator, second AD hybrid sometimes, or like on shoots where I naturally have to do that. But it was hard that I feel like I wasn't as good at being a second AD because I was being pulled for crew stuff.
Yeah.
So like, and I couldn't focus on cast, and there was like a lot of cast. So I didn't get my, like, prep was hard for that. Well, like once we started, Peyton kind of took it over more and all that. But it was that prep week, I was literally only doing production coordinator stuff. And like, I didn't feel like I was able to go into it as prepared as I usually would as a second AD. But luckily I had like a strong, like Roxy was a super strong player for me, hair and makeup wise, and Camille for wardrobe. So it's like I didn't have to worry as much because we already had a dynamic there. I already knew a lot of the actors. We already
and the art department couldn't get their shit together for the life of them.
Right.
I mean, they were just the worst.
RTA is just like the worst. But
bringing us all down.
He was always asking questions that were already.
Yeah, he was like, "How do I do my time card?"
How? Yeah. How do I do my? Yeah.
Didn't even have time cards. I was like, Adam. Oops. Sorry. But yeah, that was it. Just like, I don't know,
just
half-assing two things instead of whole-assing one thing.
Yeah. So, I can see that.
It's just like we're not all Christines.
No, we can't be on an optimal level that Christine can do like on a constant basis, especially operating on less than 5 hours of sleep.
Right. Yeah. And
It's
that,
getting
that
Pretty
was
incredible.
hard.
Yeah, it's getting harder too
sleep
for me
Was
as well.
hard. Just
Yeah.
like being in the wild, but that was just like all of us. That was
And getting stung
That's-
by every mosquito known to man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It
is
is getting harder.
physically exhausting
Yeah.
and mentally exhausting. I'm just like, I'm gonna hide.
I have noticed it's getting harder to do both. Like the aiding portion of it is now like the full-time job. It's like the corporate gig. And then when I get home, I'm trying to work on like the other stuff, like my other work, and it's getting harder to be able to do it. Like I get home and I'm like mentally just spent. Yeah. Even though I'm like, okay, I gotta now do all these deliverables for Erzulie and also run this gift shop, because it's about to be Black Friday or something. I don't know what day it's nuts. I can't believe it's almost Thanksgiving. Like it's
Yeah, I know.
time has
Oh,
been
I know. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Less
like,
than a week.
Fourth Monday and Tuesday, but like it's gonna be, and then we immediately are Thanksgiving, basically.
Yeah, and then we come back and it's an early call time again. Yeah.
Wait. Sorry, I missed that. You guys are working through Thanksgiving?
No, we're off Wednesday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
But we work Monday and Tuesday of this week, and they're like giant days. So
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
like,
Of course.
really hard for
Right
you
before.
too. Like, yeah, they're really big days for like being a second AD, but it's gonna be a lot just for everybody.
Yeah, it's a big courtroom scene and there's a lot of
yeah.
cross coverage and people talking, and I don't know, it should be interesting.
It's going to be like all of the work in the last few days before the break.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a lot, like these are, I have like two other really, really big days, but these are the like last for a while.
Yeah.
Like the mall or
The mall's probably
But-
the biggest.
But the courtroom is
Yeah. The
pretty-
courtroom is up there.
Yeah,
but-
when I made
Y'all
like,
shooting in a practical mall?
Yeah.
Lakeline Mall.
I'm excited about that. Actually. Yeah. I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about the volume stage. So we're gonna be on a stage. I think when we come back, not too long from that, from Thanksgiving, where we're doing our driving shots on a stage where it's not green screen, but it's where it's projected on the back. So that's pretty cool. I've only seen behind the scenes for stuff. I actually
Me
haven't worked
too.
on a project with the volume stage.
I
which
haven't
is
either,
really
so
neat.
yeah. it'll be
Yeah.
nice.
I'm very excited about that.
You guys got to come back on the pod. Talk about it.
Yeah, so I'm excited about I'm gonna take lots of pictures and I think that's pretty neat. The VFX is still a world that I don't quite understand the possibilities of, so I don't know with green screen what you can do. Like we shot one whole scene for one whole day not too long ago, and I think we got into the X's or the Y's for shot setups. And it's because it was green screen, or there was
Yeah.
visual effects on it. So there's going to be this like fish that's like green screened and like visual effects in, and like so it's like you have to take the plate and then you have to shoot like that by itself with another layer of plate. So it just takes forever. Like room 203. Were you on room 203?
Nope.
Oh man, I just assumed that you're on everything.
Carly knows.
Yeah, but yeah, Carly knows that there was one scene that took the entire 6 hours to shoot. Colby, our editor for Erzulie, who was also the editor for Room 203, said that scene lasted less than a second because of the VFX. Yeah,
Oh God, it's just a whole day's
crazy.
work, just like that much.
Yeah. There it goes, just 1 second. Yeah. So.
But I can only imagine that's for a lot of shoots that are like that. Like you spend so much, or it'll just be cut entirely. Like you'll just spend days
That's where
working
I
on
would-
something,
That's
and you
where I
just
would
cut
be
it
so
entirely.
heartbroken about. I think as a director, that would be something I'd have a very hard time cutting. Is if the scenes that how long it took to do those scenes, or to make those scenes possible,
Mhm.
and having to cut that. I think I heard in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that there was a scene that Leonardo DiCaprio did that's like his favorite scene, and like they apparently had a long discussion and like basically had like a funeral for it because they had to cut it. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. So it happens on all movies.
Should just like make it its own little thing.
Its
or
own
something.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Celebrate.
People like bonus content. So.
I was gonna say everybody loves a good deleted scene or two,
Right.
so
I
throw
don't
that
think
on
on
the
my film
DVD.
there's anything that's like there were things that were shortened, but nothing that was purely like
Mm.
cut. I'm trying to think about it, and there were a few scenes that like yeah we shortened or we just I don't know. I don't. We were so conservative with what we shot that we didn't really have much on the cutting floor at all. But that's scary too. I could have very much not shot enough, So I'll be interested in seeing what the reaction is once we go and watch it.
I'm excited for it.
Talk
I've
about how you weren't ready for the screening. Yet.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even supposed to have the screening, and Ben, the Beckelman, was like, "Hey, we're gonna watch Erzulie on Saturday. Meet at my house at 12 p.m." And I was like, "What?"
We got, just so you know, we got here when we entered the podcast.
Yeah,
so
that's what happened. That's
we never said 12 would work, but
yeah. I don't know why 12 was
we
ever
wanted
even.
it to be early, and none of us wanted it to be early.
Nobody
We're
wanted
like,
it to
we're
be
going
early.
out.
Yeah.
Last night.
There was no way it was gonna be.
I want to sleep.
Yeah, when that number came, I was like,
I don't know about that.
But it's sunset right now.
Yeah, it's sunset.
It looks gorgeous where you guys are at. Jesus.
Yeah.
Lake house.
Hey, look, Abby.
Oh, nice. Hey, Abby. That's my cousin.
Yeah, Abby is.
Oh.
Kelly's cousin. Yes.
Shout out
Shout out to
to
Abby.
Abby Shield.
My other cousin's having her baby today. It's crazy.
Yay!
Congrats.
I already
Congrats.
decided I'm an aunt, even though I'm a cousin. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no. So yeah. So in a few we're gonna go. It'll be this. Everybody will watch it, and I'll be in the back working and pretending I'm not watching, freaking out inside and watching people's reactions. I think it's honest.
You can't watch your own shit.
It's really. I have to have watched it many times and with people to like feel confident. But honestly, every time when I have to watch something with other people, it's hard. It's hard because it's like it's hard to not like judge yourself and to if somebody doesn't give the exact reaction that you intended something to do, then it's like
That would drive me nuts.
Yeah.
So I mean, I felt that way with stuff I made in the past too. It's hard. Any screening, you're like, oh god, it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
People are watching it.
Well, I mean, like, is there a way to get yourself out of that? Like, I know there's no X, Y, and Z answer, but I feel like I guess you're right, Christine. I guess you have to like keep going to those screenings in order to get used to it, I guess.
Yeah, it's just getting used to
What
it.
about, I mean, like, sometimes you feel really good about your work, though, you know? And
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, but you've seen it like a million times, like especially in the editing, or in Christine's case, like she's editing Erzulie. Like I can only imagine.
Erzulie's so new, though. I think that's what it is. Erzulie is so new, and up to this point, Erzulie has always been a work in progress. So it's not as bad when you're showing a work in progress because you're like, oh, it's a work in progress. It's gonna be better. Now it's kind of like, well, this is it.
So take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. I think that's even more hard. Do you see what I'm saying? Like
I do.
With a work in progress, I can just be like, yeah. All the problems are gonna be fixed later.
Because if your shit is not nailing every single reaction that you think it is, like especially like during the edit, the thousands of hours you spent editing it, you're not getting that reaction you thought you were going to get in your head. So then you just get in your head so fucking hard that you can't enjoy it. There's no way.
Yeah. So it's hard. But I'm sure like after I've done it a few times and gotten hopefully decent reactions from it, I'll get better. But it's always like that for anything.
Well, and we all worked on it.
Yeah.
Worked hard for it. So
I just hope that it'll be a good like memory thing, you know, like, oh look,
Oh,
this,
fuck yeah.
yeah, this is when this happened, or this is
Yeah.
when this happened. Honestly, a lot of times when I watch work, it's more that than the actual work, the actual story itself. It gets to that point where it's more like the memories of what it was, the journey, I guess. It's not the destination, it's the journey that
It's the journey,
well,
baby.
it's true. Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully people will like it.
No, I'm excited for you. I wish I was there. I just got way too much fucking work to do. And I have a copywriting thing that I totally fucking procrastinated on, especially during this shoot. So I have no choice but to do it.
Have you guys ever done the podcast in the same room? You did.
We did, but back in Fun Employment podcast, we did.
No. We've done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
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 Do that
Shit.
Yeah.
When was the last time?
again. Uh-oh. It's been a while. Basically, after the pandemic, we just haven't. Before the pandemic, we were doing it in person and filming.
Yeah.
And shit, but we haven't.
The one time we did it in the pandemic, we were at Kelly's for a
Mm.
thing. I remember we did one podcast at Kelly's.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the only time because I know we didn't do it in Erzulie, even though I brought all my shit with me.
I know.
Ready
and
to
I
go.
would be like, let's do it. And you're like, no.
I know.
And I was like,
I know.
make him do that. I was like, we're also
My
tired, but-
body. It felt like I went through like a boot camp, like an intense, like crazy ass fucking boot camp, and also half my body fell into the pool. So I was not.
It was a
Yeah.
It was
physically like
Yeah.
a film boot camp.
Yeah.
With only one day off that somebody decided on. So then there would have been more podcast time.
Yeah.
with 2
I
days,
was
so-
also doing 2 days, and
Yeah. You just like had to.
No. I asked Joel.
Oh.
Joel said that he would be cool. He would rather it be 1 day off. I'm like,
Oh,
okay, yeah, he said that.
absolutely not.
Yeah. So, because I was doing 2 days, and he asked me why I was doing that. I was like, because most people prefer that. He's like, well, I don't prefer that. I was like, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, and also it didn't
Alright,
matter in the grand scheme of things because we were only getting a few hours of sleep on our air mattresses and shitty mattresses anyway. So we were like, fuck it. Let's just keep pushing through,
You
ladies
had
and gentlemen.
A whole trailer house with mold that didn't work.
Right.
It gave you that whole space. There were gonna be 4 people in there.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm not complaining.
No, I'm totally kidding.
But it was still a great experience.
Yeah.
Now
It was a
another day
good
off.
learning experience. Honestly, I mean, I hope people will watch it and be like, look, we did that, you know.
Yeah.
So it was hard, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I've been on productions with budgets and stuff, and it's the same shit.
Oh yeah, it just scales up.
It's just scaled up problems,
Yeah.
same shit problems, and
Different problems.
different.
It's different
But-
problems, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's different problem. All productions just have problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That's why I was like, no matter how much you try to plan or anything, I mean, you have to go into it with a plan, but
yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think I've been on a production that was like, this is just so smooth and like no problems at all. Everything. I'm trying to. What's the one? Was there a project that we've done that didn't seem to have that many
Room
problems?
203
I
was
haven't.
bad.
We never made our days on Room
Yeah,
203.
that's true.
That's the thing.
We just
like,
had fun.
yeah. We never made our days.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
Oh, right.
But we got it all done, right?
Oh, they had to add days, right? Or
I don't
we
know.
didn't finish. Like, but they had.
I don't think
pickups
we
and
added
stuff.
any.
I don't remember.
Oh,
We
they
just
did a few little pickups.
they did
without us,
pickups,
like,
yeah.
on their own.
But yeah, no, we never made our days. Yeah, or we would like go over or something in order to make our days. I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we just went over a
Yeah,
lot more.
a lot.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on what set of problems you want to deal with.
Yeah.
Like not
Yeah.
making your days or like all of these locations aren't locked, and the food's horrible, and people are really upset and want to lock type of problems.
Like you said, scaled up.
Right.
Everything will have its problems, because ultimately you're trying to make a diverse group of people all happy, which is not possible because we're all different. So what makes somebody happy could very much not make somebody else happy. So that's just how it goes. But the good news is the set we're on, the catering is excellent.
They're the best.
Yeah, best catering ever. Which
I mean, we talked about this ad nauseum, but catering's everything on a set.
Yeah,
it really is. If the food's not great, I mean, you're not gonna. You're just exactly. No, you're not gonna get a good set.
Well, people just get pissed off so easily when food is messed with. Like, people start complaining really quickly about it.
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm some kid who can just go through anything, but like I never really get picky about shit like that. However, like I can only understand other people who, I don't know, I guess have been in the game longer and they feel like they quote unquote deserve better food. But I mean, that's only at the behest of the production. So,
it has to be like really bad for me to complain about something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
I literally can't eat any part of this, or you serve this fried chicken 5 days in a row.
Oh yeah, that would drive me nuts.
Yeah, like within reason, but yeah.
Breakfast tacos for the 7,000th time.
Yeah, people's like food and their money and
food and money. That's what you don't mess with.
And their safety. You don't.
Food, money, safety. Yeah, this is true. Food, money, safety.
Like those three things, if all of those are covered, people really can't complain too much.
They're still going to though.
But they will. But like nothing is big if that's it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess wait, how long have we been going on? 45 minutes? No.
Yeah, about almost an hour. So we're gonna take it for a landing.
Oh, we're that's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. You heard it here, folks. We're taking this bird for a landing here.
Yeah, I think everybody else is too hungover to talk.
I felt bad leaving, so I'm here. So
okay. So yeah, because Ben and Nikki just totally abandoned the podcast.
Peaced out. So did Keeks. Yeah.
So. I mean, I've done the call sheet, and now I'm doing my exhibit G's for the week. Send them to the accountant tonight.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up. Carly's productive as fuck,
Yeah, this is like the Christine way. I knew she would be proud. So.
Yeah, I mean, Christine, there's I can't count how right. I can't count how many podcasts.
Exactly.
I'll be working while everybody watches the movie. Yeah.
Can't count how many times I've dealt with Christine working through the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
It is alarming.
I sent out my call sheet and she couldn't help herself. She was still like.
But what a good co-host does is not complain about it. And I haven't.
You're a great co-host.
Yes.
Except for maybe one time when I just hear Christine's typing and it just like for like an hour and 15 minutes we were just hearing the typing and I'm like, oh Christine, we can't put this podcast out at all. It's unlistenable because all you hear is
fuck. Yeah, I mean that's super valid.
I can't stand it if I hear that on a podcast, especially feedback too. So
sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, listen, this is a podcast, free podcast, baby. You're gonna roll with the punches, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been here this long, congratulations, you're with us for life.
You made it.
We appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Facebook. Next week, hopefully, it's Thanksgiving though. We might do it.
Yeah. I think
what are we doing Saturday?
I'll bring my stuff. Yeah.
You're going to Colorado?
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh, right.
Oh, Henry's not gonna be there.
Oh,
I'm really
Henry's not
sad.
there?
Yeah.
They're
and-
going to his family or her family. I mean,
Yeah.
lame.
Your little nephew, right?
Yeah, but I bought a new game for my parents. So Spice Road.
What is that?
It's another like almost like Catan type thing where
Oh,
you're
nice.
building it. Yeah. So hopefully that will be
Wow.
more bonding time.
More
Yeah.
bonding time and more family time.
Mhm.
Happy Thanksgiving if we don't see yous. And have a
Yeah.
happy holidays, everyone else.
And jump on the Get Realism site because
Yes,
in
Jesus
a few
Christ, sorry.
minutes there will be
Yeah.
a page with Black Friday deals. So it's like that's what I'm working on right now.
Are you giving us shirts for Christmas?
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh shit. You get a shirt. You get a shirt. You get a shirt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, getrealisms.com. Black Friday's, hey, look out for that. And ErzulieFilm.com for all your previous podcast needs. There's been a lot of podcasts we have recorded. So we have over
is number
60.
65.
Yeah, we have
That's a lot.
64 hours, ladies and gentlemen, of podcast free content. So yeah, get on it, everybody. That's as far as my energy is gonna go, ladies and gentlemen.